perhaps if you could just tell me, now that you're in counseling with me, how will you know that this time has been helpful for you when we look back 6 months, a year from now?
I guess if I'm not losing my shit over every little thing, like if my wife and kids aren't looking scared when I walk in the door, I just want to feel more in control. Like I can actually handle stuff without blowing up. So, yeah, just a better home vibe. That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay, yeah, that's going to be doable. I think we work together, and it sounds like you're motivated. And what I'm also kind of picking up is that you care about your wife and your kids, and you're wanting them to feel comfortable, and you probably want to leave a legacy of being somebody that they remember as being supportive. Am I hearing that right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I want my kids to remember me as a good dad, not just some guy who freaks out and scares the hell out of them. My wife deserves better too. Like, I'm sick of this anger taking over. I want to be the kind of father and husband they can rely on? It's crucial to me.
Okay, okay. So it sounds like maybe from kind of the same energy source that, if you will, that this anger springs from. I'm also hearing that there's just a lot of motivation for change. So if we were to look at stages of change, it feels to me like you are very much in action stage. You're wanting to make some changes. And as a result, I definitely want to get a lot of history and so forth. But what kind of things have you tried that maybe work a little bit in helping you manage your anger?
I've tried a few things like counting to 10 and deep breathing, but in the moment, it's like everything just short circuits in my brain. I don't know, man. Sometimes I'll take a walk or step outside for some fresh air, but it's all half assed at best. I need something solid. Just can't seem to find what works for me when it counts.
Yeah, okay. We'll work on that. I do want to make you aware of, first of all, I mean, walking, counting to 10, deep breaths, all that stuff actually does help. And I think that we're finding that you need to count to about 30 actually in order to engage kind of the more logic side of the brain, because it sounds like when you're getting angry, you're very activated in the emotional side or sections of the brain. By counting to 30, we literally are, by counting, enlisting our kind of logic side of the brain to help balance things out. So you're doing some good things, it sounds like to me. I think also we want to look at what are some strategies that you can wake up and do and before going to bed, that kind of like with anger management and any type of stress management, we want to think about it like weaving a parachute every day. We're weaving that together so that when we need it, it holds us. And I'm using that analogy from John Kabat-Zinn. We may find that mindfulness that he talked about is helpful here. Another thing that we might want to do is just kind of dive into like, where did you learn this? Where do you think you learned kind of anger as a response?
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, growing up with my dad kind of set the stage for all this shit, right? It was all about loud outbursts and just cat. So now when I get angry, it feels like a reflex. Like, I don't know how else to handle it. Just thinking back to those moments, it messes with my head. Feels like I'm stuck in that cycle.
Yeah, I'm hearing that 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 maybe you learned this kind of honest early on, and that stuff we learn in our formative years is sometimes difficult to let go of, and so it makes sense that okay, that might be something that you're facing. But again, I'm also just wanting to point out that you're here with me, you're motivated, because I don't know, 98% of people with anger problems are not sitting with a counselor right now. So I want to congratulate you on that. That tells me about your motivation.